again, it's Jennifer with Watercolor Girlfriend. Thanks for joining me today for this video. We are going to create this fun, happy, bright and colorful watercolor painting. It is an abstract painting. It started off really kind of hard. It was going good actually in the beginning, and then you hit a wall and it's kind of like, I really didn't like it going a long time into this painting. And then I turned a corner, I tried some new things, and it came out and I really did enjoy it. But I'm gonna hold it up and I hope you can see some of the cool details. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in here, and you can see it at the end of the video more intricately, but it really turned out great, even though I struggled a lot in the middle there, which is actually quite common. So if you're new to painting, if you're new to abstract painting, you can really get going and then hit a wall and be like, oh my God, this is the worst painting ever. And then try new things and try other things, and it really comes out in the end as something you love. So I wanted to come up with something different this time, and what am I gonna do? Where am I gonna get the color inspiration from? So I actually went to our flag here in Arizona, and I chose these colors and some of these design elements, and I incorporated those into my painting. And today, of course, we're going to use one of my favorites, the oil pastel, the water-soluble crayon, a couple different colors of those, and the watercolor pencil, a couple different colors of that. And then I made my own stencil. So if you haven't done that, that's a fun thing to try. And you can either cut them out or you can use a craft punch, which is what I did with these. These are just different craft punches. You could even, incorporate more. This is just a little piece of plastic I had laying around. Sometimes you can get them off of like old notebooks and stuff, then hang on to those. They can be really handy. So I hope you enjoy the video and it inspires you to create artwork for yourself as well. See you over there. So I'm referring to just what I pulled up here on my phone, and it has a picture of the flag that I can refer to if I'd like. And one of the best ways to start a blank page is with a white resist, either your crayon or your oil pastel, which is what we're going to use today. It's kind of an easy progression and you don't have to stress over it as much. Or just get started. That's another way to just dive into a white piece of paper. Try not to stress over it too much. You have another block of paper and maybe you come up with something you love. And then, you can sometimes get into the next painting easier and easier. And maybe you come up with a painting that you don't love and you toss it in a drawer and you get another piece of paper and you just move on. So I'm looking at these graphics and I notice there's a star and some stripes and a block of blue. So I'm going to start with stripes and stars and move on from there. So now this isn't an exact replica of the flag, it's just a representation, right? So I did use 3 stars. You really can't see that, right? But you saw me draw it on there. And, it's not completely the same in direction and all that, but it's just inspired by that flag. Okay, I want to get a big brush. I like to use a bigger brush on these bigger paintings, but you certainly could use a small brush, and just go for it. So I am going to use the 3 colors that are on the flag. You can choose whatever flag you like. You can choose whatever flag your state is in to get started. This is blue, orange, red, and yellow. Did I say 3 colors? Sorry, that's 4. So we're going to hit it. I'm going to start with orange. And I don't think I'm going to start with the, you know, just exactly the same as the flag is. I always have a piece of paper to wipe off so I don't get the water as wet. And then you can use these little pieces for other things, cards, bookmarks, that kind of thing. Choose the red that you like. You can't hear that car alarm. And the blue that I've chosen. Now I'm actually going to use, I haven't included the yellow yet, but we'll get back to that. I would like to include my Caran d'Ache crayons. Actually, I am gonna go for the yellow right away. But I got a little gunk in my palette over here, so I'm gonna test the yellow. Yeah, that's nice. That is fun and colorful, isn't it? Okay, I think I'm actually gonna let this dry and I will be back. Okay, almost dry. This is a little bit that's still wet, a little here and there, but I am gonna go back anyway and add more color. I really like how these areas turned out where more was added. I'm sorry, where opposite colors were added. Now I want to add some salt. I do enjoy how that looks. Alright, this area has dried nicely. Now I'm just going to clean up all the salt. So now can you see all these cool textures going on? There's a lot of cool stuff that you can't really get any other way than with that salt. So, great. Now I want to use a stencil. Excuse me, I actually created this stencil with a craft punch and a piece of plastic. And I did 2 of them. You can, whatever craft punches you might have. Now I wanted to repeat the red. I like how it looks. So I'm not sure that I really like what's going on with this blue. I'm going to add a different blue to that and see what I think. Definitely a better color for this situation. And blotting can give you a fun texture instead of just, you know, a solid color. Kind of reveal what's underneath as well. I think I like what's going on a little more now. Sometimes you got to be really brave, right? And give things a try and see, what do I like about this? And can I do more of that? You know, I might even cover this blue, this white up. Yeah, great. There's a lot of cool things going on in this piece. I think I'd like to add a little more red again. Sometimes building up the layers is just how you get the colors and the richness that you're looking for. Now I'm thinking about what I want to do. Do I want to add more to this? Is it kind of done? You know, I like to add other things like more line work, circles and dots, pen marks, other shapes. Is there anything else I want to do? I think I might come back and add some splatter, and then I might call it done. We're gonna see. Again, we'll let it dry. We'll be back. So I still don't love it, so I'm gonna keep working it. That's better. Sometimes your paintings will get too distracting and too messy. So I think we're done with that. I'm gonna come back and do a splatter, and I think that might wrap it up. I might accent some of these stencils again. I think I'm actually gonna put yellow over this blue too. It does make it a green, and that is not the color we agreed upon, but I'm not sure I care. I want the painting to look good, right? Gosh, I really like how that looks. So you can just do that by, you know, re-wetting the painting you were working on, and then blot it, even if it's gotten dry. Yeah, I don't know how I would get rid of that. I think I do like that a lot better. What's everybody else think? I think these stars stand out too much, and I don't think you can cover them up. I'm gonna think more. So I apologize. While it was drying, I decided to add a little more blue to this area to create more of a shape over here that was more continuous, and do a little bit of blotting and come back and decide, you know, do I like this? Am I finally getting happy with what's going on? And I definitely think this is better than what I had a second ago. I love a lot of the areas. So now I'm gonna come back and I'm going to do some more stencils again, because they got really hidden in here. And I might add a little bit of white. I don't know, I really, really love this area now. And maybe I want to add more yellow to the rest. So let's just do that. Yeah, I think that's good. I don't think I need any more because I like the red too, but that definitely helps. I don't even think I'm going to do the stencils now. I think that's kind of all it needed. It's kind of funny how painting can work that way. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Did you enjoy watching me go through this process? It can be kind of painful. It can be kind of like, oh my gosh, it's really awful. It's still awful. It's still awful. And then you do a couple of things and you're like, okay, I think I finally brought it around. And the more you do this, the more you'll have experience doing that. But it can be kind of scary, right? And a little, I don't know why it's so scary, because it's fun to try different things and see how they turn out. So, but it is, and you try it and you decide, oh my gosh, that's really great. And you kind of remember that next time and the next time and the next time. And you can build on those mistakes and the problem-solving abilities and figuring out what you do like, and you can hang this on your wall as a reference to, oh yeah, remember when I did that and that looked good, remember when I did that and I hated it, and you don't incorporate it again. So I think we're finally at the point where it's not just about these stars, that there's other cool things going on that compete, and maybe what I should say, not compete, but complement each other, and everything kind of starts to go together nicer. So I've decided to use the stencil again, and I'm going to use this white watercolor pencil. So it's not going to be too bold, but it is going to complement the stars that are going on already, but not overpower.
this one needs a little extra.
Great, I'm not even gonna do a splatter. I'm real happy the way it looks. I think it's done, and I think we're gonna take off the tape. So I think it turned out really nice. I'm very happy. And it just goes to show, this is how we started. Does that even look like? You know, it just really is about inspiring your creativity and a starting point when you go online and look at the flag colors and bring those to life. It's, you know, my favorite word, fun. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope you'll also subscribe and leave me a comment about what you liked, what you didn't quite enjoy so much. We always try to be nice here. And, you know, do you have any questions about the techniques or the supplies? I'd love to hear from you guys. And any other suggestions on videos you'd like to see. I recently did one on supplies that you can use that are inexpensive, because it's really just about having a good time while you paint and not using the most expensive stuff or collecting all the things. You really just need to, you really only have to start with a small bit of supplies and have a good time. So thanks for joining me today, and happy painting.